Hopefully the World Championship is still close. I like when they're close matches with some decisive games. That would be perfect. But if it's like Kukesh never loses and he gets a couple early wins, then that's going to be kind of a snooze.
No, I really hope that Ding gets the first win, because then it would really like get Gakesh pushing really hard, and that can make for some interesting games. That's how Gakesh could get in some really big trouble actually. If he loses a game early, it's gonna be maybe trying too hard to win games, because Ding is really good at getting draws if he needs them.
That's true. I feel like that was kind of the strategy to beat Magnus too. Like, can you get one early win on him?
Yeah.
Um,
Didn't work for Sergey. He won like what, round 5 or something, and I think he lost 2 rounds later, and then it was kind of all downhill from there. Yeah, but I still think Fabi versus Magnus, that was like the highest level of chess we've ever seen. It was they played 12 games and it was 12 draws, and yeah, I don't think Fabi had any claim to being a weaker chess player than Magnus at that point in time.
I agree with you. And when in chess history have we, I know there's a little inflation, but two 2850s going at it, that's pretty insane.
Yeah, I wonder what their rating was during the World Championship. I was thinking it was like closer to 28-30. But still, it's like very good players, obviously. And they're both still there. Magnus still number one, obviously. Fabi still number three, right behind Hikaru. But they're always around that 2800. They're really the only two that can maintain that 2800 for stretches of time.
Yeah, everyone that touches 2800 drops. And I'm looking now, Fabi's peak rating was October 2014 at 2844.
Yeah,
Um,
2840. Yeah.
but let's see, World Championship. What year was that? Do you know?
I do not know when that world championship was. I could Google it.
Oh, 2018. Okay, I found it.
So that would have been in like November of 2018.
Yes, November 9th through 28th. I'm on the wiki page looking for their ratings. Oh yeah, you were right. 2835, 2832.
Yeah,
That's still, I mean, usually there's like one player is under 2800 almost every time.
yeah. It's really rare to see a game with two players over 2800. If you ever go to the Lee Chess database, you can totally see like if you just start with E4, you'll see the highest rated games of all time because it like sorts them by highest rated. And I think Fabi versus Magnus, yeah, it was like in that 2014 time. I think it was like 2870 versus 2860 or something, just like two monster ratings.
I'm looking at, I was thinking maybe the Anand Carlsen match. Maybe Anand was over 2800.
Yep.
The rating difference for that match, 2870 for Magnus, 2775 for Anand.
Wow, so he's 100 points higher rated.
Yeah,
Dang, I had no idea it was that big of a. Was that their first match?
this was 2013.
Okay, so that would have been their second match. I can't remember the. Can't remember the timeline when Magnus first won.
Let's see, I'm checking.
Okay. Oh no, 2013 was the first one. So their first
Okay.
match, he was 100 points higher rated than Vishy going into it as like the challenger. That's pretty crazy. It's like
Yeah.
it's like in the UFC going in for a title fight as like a negative 400 favorite. Like it just never happens.
And he easily won that match, 6.5, 3.5.
Yeah. No, it's fun just to talk about chess. I think the podcast has started. We just don't know it yet. So welcome to No Pun Intended, episode number 40. Podcast going through the midlife crisis. 40 years old.
Hey,
Time to buy a Corvette, maybe. I'm just kidding, Matt. How old are you?
too close to that.
I think maybe midlife crisis is more like 50, honestly, like
Okay.
52, 50. So once we get to a year, we'll have to do the midlife crisis jokes.
Yeah. We'll
Um,
just keep pushing it back.
yeah, right.
Too
Yeah,
soon, too soon.
yeah. I mean, with modern technology, we may be living until we're 180 or something. Who knows? Okay, so what'd you do today, Matt?
Oh, it's a busy day. Walked by a church you're familiar with this morning. Walked
Yeah.
the dog, across Valley High, and then doxing myself. And then let's see, ate some lunch, went out to warm up with some pickleball players, and then I played in ladders, so played some rated games. Went 2-2 in ladders, almost went 3-1. And there was
Okay.
one guy who went 4-0. He's a really good player. His name is Mike. Hey, Southern Run. Um, and then I went to Taco Bell, grabbed some food on the way home. Taco Bell drive-through is super slow. I swear only two people were working. Even though I ordered on the app and paid in advance, I almost thought about leaving the drive-through. It was so slow.
That bad, huh? Wow.
Took it home, ate, then went back out to play from like 3 until 7. Forgot we had a podcast. I'm driving home. It's like 7:10. I'm like, oh, I got a podcast tonight. Come home quick, find something to eat. You sent me a text saying, "Are you almost ready?" And I was like, just give me a minute. I'll be on soon. Now we're here. Podcast.
Nice.
What'd you
So
do?
I am surprised that we'll get to me later. I want to focus
Oh,
on the Taco Bell. Uh, I'm surprised you still like get fast food.
I love Taco Bell. I mean, if I'm going to get fast food, I will go to Taco Bell,
That
like
makes
every
sense.
time.
I pretty much don't ever do fast food except when traveling. I don't know. I don't really count uh what is it, Chipotle as fast food, but that's like the one restaurant we go to pretty consistently.
Okay.
Outside of that, if we're traveling, it would be like Jimmy John's, but there's really nothing else that we really go to consistently. I think the only time I've been to Taco Bell in probably the last 15 years was when we went together that one time.
I feel okay.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I mean, it was good, but I wouldn't pick it.
Sure. You want more of a sandwich.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's just like I don't like the taste for me isn't there for like the for like the drawback of getting fast food, you know? Like there's all this stuff in there that you don't know, and it's like super, I don't know, dense calorically, and there's not much like there's probably some protein in there, but I don't know. I'm getting I'm getting too annoyed with the healthcare system to like put up with it, you know?
Sure, sure. Yeah, that's to me, it's like that's my if I'm gonna do a quick stop, that's where I will go. So like today I didn't have much time between sessions, so I was like, I could go home, but I'm probably gonna end up eating like a bowl of cereal or something. Like I didn't really even have anything in mind to eat.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just like I'll do a quick stop.
Yeah, that makes sense. I had a pretty normal day today. I hung out with the kids this morning, worked basically all day, did a little bit of rucking while working, threw on 35 pounds for a little over an hour.
Nice.
Yep. Then had dinner with the fam. Have you ever had spaghetti squash, like in general? We
Yeah, I
do.
used to be on like a paleo diet. I would do spaghetti squash pasta all the time.
Yeah, we did that tonight. Spaghetti squash spaghetti. Delicious. So it's just spaghetti squash, put in marinara sauce, throw in some like hamburger. It's so
Yeah.
good. It like it doesn't taste like spaghetti, but it just tastes like a delicious pasta dish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. It's super good. It's surprise like it looks stringy at first, like I could see some people being turned off by how it looks when you're like just scraping the spaghetti, but no,
Yeah,
yeah, I agree with you. The flavor doesn't come from the pasta anyways.
yeah, like you can't even really taste the vegetable. My kids don't touch it, by the way. They think it's kind of freaky. But
Why?
I think they're just so used to normal noodles.
Oh,
Like so I don't know. They try it, they tolerate it, but they don't eat much of it.
have you had Banza before?
Yeah, that's the primary noodle we get.
Oh, it is. Okay. Nice.
Yeah, it's delicious, but I feel like there's a pretty slim margin for like overcooking it. Like you got to get it out of there pretty quick.
Oh, yeah, I don't mind. Yeah. I see what you mean.
Yeah, because my wife cannot have grains, or not grains, gluten, and a lot of the noodles have gluten. That's like a tongue twister, noodle gluten. But she tries to avoid grains as much as possible. And yeah, those bonza noodles, they're like I think it's what is it, chickpea based? I can't remember.
Yep, chickpea. They do make some that are only one ingredient chickpeas, but I think Banza has, excuse me, like xanthan gum and maybe one other thing, and then chickpeas.
Okay.
Maybe
Uh,
pea protein. Is there like a little pea protein in Banza, maybe?
I don't know about that, but what I do know is that for pasta, it has a lot of protein in it. Like
Yeah.
if you just get spaghetti noodles, if you look at it, it's gonna be like zero protein and like 70 grams of carbs or whatever. With the Bonza, it's like 15 grams of protein in one serving or something like that. Maybe even more, maybe like 20.
You know what I want to try to do, but I've never, I mean, I've bought some just planning on like a mixed can of beans.
Yeah.
I want to just eat like beans plain sometimes, or just like very lightly doctored up beans, because that's where your protein's coming from. Like it's garbanzo beans,
Yeah.
chickpeas.
Yeah, I didn't realize that peas too are so high in protein.
Yeah.
Another thing is I go to Costco and get this giant bag of vegetables. It's called the Normandy mix. If you've had that one, it's like huge florets of broccoli and cauliflower. And
Hmm.
I was just like looking at the nutritional info, and it has 1 gram of protein for every like 10 calories, which is like what you would get in like I
Yes,
don't know, like a yeah.
broccoli is loaded with protein per calorie. Yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea. But it's like what you get in a protein bar. It's like if you
Yeah.
get a good protein bar, it's like 200 calories, 20 grams of protein or something like that. It's like you could just eat a ton of vegetables. It's the same thing. I feel like we're
Yeah, that's
overcomplicating it as a society.
I
Okay,
agree with you.
I was listening to a Huberman clip, and he said for this isn't really necessarily us, but for people who are trying to lose a lot of weight, uh, don't even like look at calories. Don't even look at anything. Just eat as much meat, as much fruit, and as much vegetables as you want, and call it good. And I think that's pretty good advice.
Yeah. I mean, I used to track calories, and I think it can be effective if you really have like a goal and a deadline. I think calories in, calories out, at least for me, it's pretty precise. But as long as you feel good and your like weight's going in the right direction, I agree with you. You kind of just learn to listen to your stomach, and you'll know like, okay, I tend to overeat this certain time of day just because I'm in a routine. Like I always eat when I do whatever. Um, but yeah, you can just, I feel like you can just go by feel. You should be able to
Yeah,
if
I
you don't
think
eat
you.
Taco Bell.
I think you need to like at least look at stuff for a while to get a feel for like okay, like a peanut butter is very high in calories, steak and hamburger are pretty low in calories, like potato chips out of this world high in categories, and you wouldn't even like really think of it. So as long as if you are interested in that, like even Liquid Death has calories, 20 calories in Liquid Death.
4 grams of sugar.
Okay, I guess that's where it comes from. How much protein in that bad boy?
Zero.
You know what we should do? Okay, I'm gonna get back to my tangent, but we should make a liquid death, but for protein shakes. So it's like it looks like this really BA drink that you can get in a bar, but it's like 40 grams of protein.
Grind up muscles of things that have died.
Yes. Yeah, that sounds delicious. I would for sure drink dead mussels ground up in a blender. Okay, yeah, maybe that one's okay. We're cutting that one out.
Yep,
Uh,
there's an edit. First edit of
okay.
the day.
Okay. I was saying like it's good to at least know what you're getting with the normal food you eat because in general, foods that are protein dense are way more filling than just like carbs. So that's a good thing to keep in mind. We both have desk jobs, so how do you like try to stay fit while sitting all day at your desk?
Try to run around when I'm not sitting. I'd say
Yeah,
that's the main thing.
is that right?
Um, hmm I mean, like, I play a lot of pickleball,
Yeah,
but I also like going for walks. I don't know. I mean, it kind of is at the detriment of chess goals a little bit, right? Because we've had a few months where I haven't done a ton of stuff for chess goals, but it's also summer, and it's like I just try to be outside a lot and moving.
yeah. We're playing the long game with chess goals, and if we, take some summers a little slower, like this summer is pretty slow. It was beautiful all summer. I had a baby. We were outside all the time, and it's like kind of
Right.
still feeling like summer. It's like 85 degrees today. But as the weather cools down, I think we're both going to prioritize chess goals a little more. And we already have been putting out some new blog posts. And we actually have an announcement that I totally forgot about till right now. We just shipped a new London 2 course. So James is back at it again. Is this actually our third course on the London?
Second.
Second? I thought we had another London course that we did without James, or is that James who did the first one?
No, we did one without him. That was the first.
Oh,
This is
okay.
now he did part two.
Okay, sorry. I was thinking James did part one too. Okay. Maybe we just make that first one like completely free for a bit. That could be fun. Uh, maybe we'll do a giveaway next podcast of the London course.
Oh,
So if
we were talking about this for the Queen's Gambit exchange course for white.
yeah,
So both of those are sort of like add-on courses where it's hard to just buy that course. Um, but I think if we do combine them, what we should do, I would say start with the Queen's Gambit one, because the London's new, and then, like the London course is actually as big as the original course. Part two is as big as part one. I mean, the QGD exchange is a very short course. It's like 3.5 hours of video.
okay,
And I was thinking if we do combine them, what we should do is like give a credit to anyone who purchased both, and they could like use that to towards a different course and like an additional course.
yeah, that's a good idea. We'll have to get that figured out and email people out. Um, So the new course by James just came out this week. We're running a sale right now. You can get it's either 30 or 35% off. I think 35% off if you use the coupon code James2, and that is going to be active at least for a while that course is still fresh. So yeah, you can check that out. And we also have another sale running, 25% off everything if you use the code WINNING. We like to play for the win for all of our courses. So coupon code WINNING, and you can get 25% off anything. And if you're looking at the lifetime bundle, I mean, this is going to save you 150 bucks if you use the coupon code WINNING. So that is legit.
And Jesse and I don't argue often, but one thing that we have a disagreement on right now is the price of the lifetime access bundle because it goes up pretty much every course we release, that price goes up. And Jesse's like, oh, I don't know if we should raise it right now. I'm like, okay, for now, but courses are coming. It's gonna have to go up.
Yeah, more courses are coming. So, what do we even have in the pipeline right now? We have the modern course for sure. Is are there is there one other one in the pipeline? I can't remember now.
Yeah, we're gonna do we have the reaching intermediate course, kind of the add-on, or not add-on, it's the next level from the beating beginners course.
Yep,
And then we also have a Knight F3 course that Justin's working on.
nice.
And I think those are the only three that are like in the works, but I've been talking to some of our current authors about doing more courses, so we'll we'll see. Stay tuned.
Nice. So yeah, we're gonna have to raise the lifetime price once all those courses are out. So people, if you want to get lifetime access, do so now, 25% off, and it's probably gonna look more like 40% off once we raise the price on for all these other courses.
Could you
Uh,
imagine if Chessable had a lifetime access where you just pay once?
and you could get
I
every
mean,
single course.
they have way more courses than us, but it's hard to get through all of our courses too. Like if
Yeah,
you had to go through 17 courses at 10 hours each, that's a lot of content.
yeah, that is. Okay, Matt and I have been talking for a while about a membership option where you pay like 20, 30 bucks a month and you get access to all the courses. But if you cancel your membership, then those courses go away. So let us know in the comments if you would be interested in paying 20, 30 bucks a month and getting access to all of our courses, but they go away as soon as you cancel your membership. We've been thinking about that, but we haven't done it yet. Right now, we've only done individual course sales. So you basically buy one course and you get that for life. And if we ever shut the company down or something like that, we will for sure keep your email and just give you everything for free because it doesn't matter to us if everything is going away. But if you buy a course from Chess Goals, you will for sure get that course for life. That is a Chess Goals promise.
And
Um,
everything that we have currently is downloadable. You can download all the videos, you can download all the PGNs. I think that's a huge selling point of our courses that you can't really say with some competitors like Chessable. Um, so I think if we ever went away, we would say, hey, download all of your courses just so you know here's what's happening with chess goals.
Yeah, maybe we just like post a public lead chess study or chess.com analysis or both. It's like, here's all of our courses, annotate them, go crazy with them, clone it. It's all yours to the community. All that being said, we are not going to shut this company down because it's so fun and we got nothing to lose. We basically have no bills, so I don't know how it would ever go away.
So
Um,
Southern Run says he likes the membership idea. If canceled, could then buy any courses you wanted to keep.
yeah, that's a
That's
very
interesting.
it's a very good point. Yeah. James in the chat. Hi, James. We just plugged your course. Were you here for the London plug? We were giving you high marks. Email just went out this morning for the London course, so hopefully we can get a few more people to buy on that and get some feedback. Have we had any reviews on the London course yet? I don't think so. Pretty new
I haven't
course.
s- I haven't seen any come through, but I did add after chapter two's video. I have like a little video where I thank the students and tell them how to rate the course. So I did add that in there, which has helped with some of the other courses where I did that.
Okay, nice. Yeah, don't see any reviews in quite yet, but hopefully we'll see. I mean, I'm sure we'll see a couple coming in the next week or two. Thank
Oh,
you, everyone, by the way, who has given us a rating or a review. I don't think we have we, did we have to clear out one review or rating? I don't think we've done more than just one, right?
um, say that again. I was
Uh,
distracted by James.
James says, looking really lean, Matt, and that just totally distracted him. I was talking about our course reviews. So we basically don't censor anyone, but I think we had to delete one for some weird reason, but that might be the only one. Maybe we didn't delete it.
I don't remember deleting a course. What was it called?
No, not a course, a review on the course.
Oh, sorry. One review just said like the letter A and it was 1 star. And I said to the person, can you please like leave a sentence at least? But
They're like, I will write you a letter. And they
yeah,
wrote us
they
an
didn't
A.
get back to me. I
uh,
think it was on a free course though. It was just like they enrolled in a free course and like left a 1 star review. Like it was like the first review on that course. I'm like,
okay.
can you at least like put a sentence of what you didn't like or something? And they didn't get back to me.
Yeah.
But then I also didn't, there was like a 5 star one where they did the same thing. And I didn't accept that one either. So I was like, okay, it's balanced out a
Okay.
little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah. Everything balances out. But if you're looking for our highest rated courses, CaroCon has a perfect 5-star rating after 19 reviews. The Beating Beginners course, perfect rating after 10 reviews. Yeah, Fighting French, 5 out of 5 reviews. Dynamic Slav, 4.8. So it's like one guy giving it a 4, 15 or so reviews. Yeah, a lot of people really like the courses, so that is very motivating to keep plugging on. If you have a Chess Goals course and you haven't rated it, that would be very helpful. And if you are listening to the podcast and you haven't liked it and you haven't shared it, please do so, and that helps us out a lot too. I have been, so back to the fit discussion, I have been doing a lot of weighted walking lately. I'm trying to do like 4 or 5 hours per week while I'm working and on the treadmill. Every now and then I'll toss in like some weights if I'm waiting for my code to compile or something like that. So it all just kind of adds up. And I also just got a pair of 30-pound dumbbells. And so kind of like throughout the workday, I'll just like do a few curls or like some squats or something like that. I feel like just those little movement things help out, just sprinkled in throughout the day.
And we do have our fitness expert, James, in the chat. Um, yeah, I was thinking of maybe bulking this winter. I might try to gain 30 pounds and then walk around for a winter.
Gain
And then,
30
then
pounds?
then lose it back
Why?
for weighted walking.
Okay.
For the calves. It's
For
hard to
the
grow big calves, but if you gain weight first, walk around a bunch, get big calves, and then get skinny, calves might stay big.
calves might stay big, or they might go back to normal.
Yeah, this is all for wasted.
So you know
Oh,
how I have a bunch of cat. Oh, sorry. Go on.
Taco Bell hack for those of you that want to gain some weight. As you know, fast food is getting expensive. There's inflation. Nothing's as cheap as it used to be. I mean, you can pay like $9 for a Taco Bell combo these days. If you go on the app or the website, they have an online exclusives section. There's two options on there that are very cheap. They're build your own box combos. You get a big item, a small item, a medium item, and a drink. It's like $6.99.
That's not
It's
bad.
way cheaper. And that's bigger than a combo. You get an additional small item over a regular combo. So I think that's true for other places too. Like I don't go to McDonald's, but I've heard their app is really good. So if you do get fast food, even just occasionally, like I will pull up sometimes to a Taco Bell. I never do it without the order online. And I'll just like order from the parking lot and then go to the window and say order for Matt. And
Nice.
it saves me like $4.
That's legit. I
Yeah.
remember there's a Chick-fil-A in Rochester that opened up probably like 6 years ago or something. And for the first like 5 years that that place was open, you could go in there every single day and get a free breakfast. Like they just,
Really?
yeah, for sure. They might even still have it. Just because they were trying to like bring breakfast to the Midwest, like Chick-fil-A breakfast to the Midwest. So if you go to the South, like where Chick-fil-A originated, I think like Georgia or something like that, uh, Chick-fil-A is much more busy for breakfast and brunch than it is for like lunch and dinner.
Yeah, that's interesting. I feel like a lot of those places do well with their breakfast.
Yeah. Okay, I was gonna tell a story. So you know how I have a bunch of cats?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so let me back up a little bit. So we bought this house a couple years ago, and we had a bunch of mice, and we didn't want the mice, so we're like, okay, let's get a cat. And so it just so happened our friend, she had a barn cat and got pregnant, and she was getting rid of the cats. So we're messaging her, and she's like, "Yeah, we have another family to come pick up, some cats. It's a litter of five. So if you guys take one, that'd be great." And we're like, "Sure, we'll take one." And then she said, "Actually, like this other family only wants one, so you think maybe you could take a couple?" And we're like, "Okay, sure, we'll have like two." And she said a little later, it's like, I really don't want to split up the litter, so if you guys want some, would you just like take the whole litter?" Like, sure, we'll take all five cats. Why not? So we have five cats. And growing up, I never liked my cat. We had a terrible cat growing up that you would just like pet it and then it would bite you and scratch you and run away. But
Oh,
but these cats are great. They're super friendly. And they're outside cats. So they're basically never in the house. And we have a, a big yard and a neighborhood full of big yards. And so they just roam around like constantly. Uh, we have an orange cat that our neighbor sent us dash cam footage of them like catching animals in their like front porch, and he's basically never around. But earlier, I guess late last week, we were leaving town. It was, I guess, Thursday night. We were leaving in the morning, and we were just thinking, like, man, we haven't seen one of our cats in like a week. This is like one of the cats that sticks around pretty consistently. Like that is not good. I wonder where he could be. And so here's another quirky thing about our cats is we'll go for walks with the family and the cats will just follow us. So we'll be walking we'll be walking and all five cats will be walking with us. It's no sense. It makes no sense. It's been that way the whole time. So we haven't seen this one cat, Zuccarello. We call him Zook. We haven't seen Zook in like a week, which is very uncharacteristic. And I was just kind of assuming he was never coming back, if you know what I mean. So we said, okay, well, let's just go out for a walk and see if he like finds us on the way. And if not, I guess we're just gonna go the whole weekend without seeing him. So we were out on this walk and we walk all the way down to our end of our road. We don't see him, and I turn around and I see a cat running across the neighbor's driveway. And we're so far away, I couldn't tell if it was our cat or like one of the other neighborhood cats, one of our other cats. I couldn't tell. So we get closer, and I assume if it's our cat, he's gonna like come up and like join us for the walk, but he doesn't. So I just assume it's like, okay, well, this is probably one of our neighbor's cats or something like that. So we get into our garage. My My 9-year-old and my 6-year-old are like very bummed out because we haven't seen this cat in like a whole week, and we're gonna be gone for the weekend. He may not get any food all weekend. And then my 3-year-old is standing like in the garage and looking outside, and he just says Zook, and Zook comes running up into the garage,
Oh,
and like right as we were leaving for the day, we were reunited with the cat. It
oh,
was like
that's so
our
cool.
yeah, it's like our homeward bound moment. We're like dog is coming from over the hill.
Right, he went out to find you guys and then he had to
Yeah,
come back home.
yeah. So that was cool. And now he has like stuck around the whole time, so that is good.
So what's the give the rundown in the story and the names of your cats?
Okay, yes, we named our cats after wild hockey players. We got really into it last year. Um, and and actually the Wild start tomorrow, or if you're listening to this tomorrow, they start today. And if you're listening to this on Friday, no, I'm just kidding. So, okay, we have 5 cats, 3 girls, 2 boys. The girls' names are Fleury, legendary goalie Marc-Andre Fleury. We have Erikssonek, Joel Erikssonek, and we have Boldy, and then the boys are Kaprizov and Zuccarello. So when the Wild are on a power play, it's like those 5 are all on the ice at the same time, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. And at first, I don't know if people knew the Wild are the Minnesota hockey team because you were like, we named them after wild hockey players. Like the calm players, not that interesting.
Yeah, these are calm players and these are wild players. Named them after
Yeah.
the wild players. So yeah, that is what's new. I see some new people in the chat. Joshua Lee. Do you have a big tournament coming up, Matt?
I think I'm retired. I'm not planning on playing any tournaments.
Yeah.
How about you?
Uh, if there's a Rochester Slow coming up soon, I might play in it. I know that there's the Twin Cities Chess League, but I just can't really do Fridays. So I'm waiting for the next slow. I gotta say though, I am playing terribly. I've been playing on chess.com the last few weeks, and I am just punting ratings. Let me check out my rating right
Yeah,
now. How do I
I'll take
even?
some.
Okay. How do I get to my profile? I can't even remember.
I feel like you should put the cats on leashes. That'd be kind of fun. Like each family member has a cat on a leash.
Yeah. Okay, so a a month ago, I was rated 1737, and I'm ashamed to say that right now I'm 1620. So I've lost 100 rating in the last month. Uh, but that's not great. But I feel like I'm still 1700-ish strength. I just gotta kind of get my rating back. 117 points gone the last 30 days, chess.com tells me.
I mean, it happens. I don't think it's even that crazy of a swing. It happens a lot.
Yeah. I have had some pretty good games though. I've had a bunch of losses too, where I'm playing, where like the post, the game review tells me I'm played at like 1800 strength or something like that. So it happens. I'm not freaking out by any means, but I just don't think I'm in like that sharp state where I want to play a bunch of tournaments right now.
Yeah. I mean, you
Um,
when you're on and like you've been doing your games and tactics, you play super strong tactically. So I think yeah, you want to like have that rust off when you play your rated games.
Yep. So hopefully soon we'll have to see if our local club gets any tournaments or any slow games going at all.
The
How
Chessy
was
Bus Open. How about that?
I thought you were referencing like an opening, but yeah, the JB Open. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I think that is going to do it for this episode of No Pun Intended, our 40th episode of No Pun Intended. Thank you all for joining, and we will see you next week. Bye, everyone.